What it do, y'all? It's Coop again. Another reaction. We're gonna do some comedy today again. We have a special guest today, as you can see in the background. The devourer of worlds, master of time and space himself, Pickle Cat, is here. If you see Pickle Cat show up in your neck of the woods, I hope you have a metric ton of pickles wrapped in catnip. That'll subdue him. But don't worry, probably isn't coming to your town. So today we're gonna do Ryan Goodcase. Let me get this all situated. Get me lined up. All right, there we go. So this one is coming from Don't Tell Comedy. They do great work. I would suggest going to Don't Tell Comedy's page, subscribe to them. They have a lot of unknown comics that are actually really great. So before I start talking way too much, let's check out Ryan Goodcase. We need to cancel God. And here we go.
I want to start by congratulating myself. I just bought my very first unused mattress. I bought a king-sized mattress. It's pretty nice because now I finally have enough space to fall asleep comfortably next to my pile of unfolded laundry. I just pull it out of the dryer and fall asleep next to something warm for once. And if I get lonely, I just reach for a sock. I do masturbate. I'm not ashamed to admit that. I'm not proud. I'm somewhere in between. But I was raised Catholic, so I learned growing up that masturbation was a sin. And when they tried to teach me that, I was like, you have to show me where in the rule book it says that. I'm not going to just take your word for it, right? I had just watched Air Bud, so I was like, show me where it says dogs can't play basketball. And they showed me. It comes from Genesis, first book of the Bible. It says, God finds it wicked if man spills his seed upon the ground. A few things here. One, man is wicked. Ladies, I think you're off the hook. I think you guys can jerk off as much as you want to. I don't think God knows you can do that. I don't think he's that familiar with the female anatomy. Secondly, man is wicked if he spills his seed upon the ground. To me, doesn't sound like don't masturbate. To me, that sounds like don't come on the ground. Which is a fair rule. I thought it was an unspoken rule. I've never been with a lady and been like, all right, I'm about to come. Where do you want me to come? And she's like, on the rug is fine. But you got to consider context, right? The Bible was written thousands of years ago before they invented like towels or napkins or whatever. I think a lot of people back in biblical times were just coming on the ground, kicking some dirt over it, and then not letting their kids play in that corner of the house the next day. I mean, that's why I don't think you should look to the Bible for advice about sex. It's a good source of wisdom for some things, but it's outdated when it comes to sex. Like, did you guys know that the Virgin Mary, the mother of Jesus, was 14 when she conceived with God? Yikes, God. That's a bit young.
Dude, I had no idea that was the case. I assumed she was probably young, but for some reason in my mind, I'm like, she's 19, 20, maybe in her early 20s. Fuck, dude, 14? That is unacceptable. Sorry, God. You're kind of a chomo. Don't strike me down. Or, dude, that'd be great. Hit me by lightning on video. I'd go viral in a heartbeat. But anyway, a lot of people give Muhammad shit, right or wrong, whatever you believe, because Muhammad had really young wives. I think we were 12, 13, 14, something like that. But if Mary, who conceived with the Christian Lord, was 14, I don't know. There's something about stones and glass houses, you know. Whoops.
God could have chosen anyone he wanted, and he chose a 14-year-old girl. Some of you guys are getting tight. I get it. You like his work. But I cannot separate the art from the artist. I think we have to cancel God. All right. I think that was enough to demonetize this video. I've got a lot of experience with drugs, a lot of drug experience. Someone yell out any drug and I can tell you a story about it. E? Ecstasy. I heard that pretty unanimously. Okay. One time I was at a music festival. Yes! Oh, goodness. You are a stereotype of an ecstasy guy. That's awesome. You're ready to go. All right. Well, anyways, I was at this music festival, and it was one of those 3-day festivals where you camp out. And on the second day, I'm just getting over my hangover at like 4 p.m. And one of my friends is like, "Hey, Ryan, do you want to go to the next stage and take some ecstasy before we go?" And I had never done ecstasy. So I was like, "No, I don't think so." All right, give me another drug. Give me another drug. Until I say about it. It's all the same story. It's just me saying no different ways. Sorry to disappoint you. I did used to smoke weed in high school. My friends and I used to like to smoke weed and then go to Olive Garden for their unlimited soup, salad, and breadsticks deal. It's like $12, unlimited soup, salad, and breadsticks. And when we heard that, we're like, there's no way they took into account the appetite of a stoned teenager when they made this offer. We're going to make them run out of minestrone. But the one problem is I'm a pretty nervous guy. And if I smoke weed, it gets way worse. So I was really paranoid someone I knew would see me, a child, high on marijuana, and then tell on me to my parents. Sure enough, one night I walk in, super stoned, and the first person I see is my second period Spanish teacher, which is the worst person I could see because I knew not only would she try to talk to me, she would try to talk to me in Spanish, which is a language that I was getting a C in. Not a yes, the letter C. I was doing poorly. But anyway, she's right by the hostess table. She's going to see me, so I take control of the situation. I start walking up to her. I'm like conjugating verbs in my head as I go. I get right there and I say, "Hola, señora mate, ¿cómo está?" Está being the formal tense because we were in an Olive Garden. And then she turned to me, and she was not my Spanish teacher. She's just a regular lady. And she said, "What?" I tried to explain things. I was like, "Yo sé, tú eres mi profesor." I couldn't stop speaking Spanish. Lo siento. Still lo siento to this day. I don't get high in public anymore. I just use DoorDash. I get all the food delivered to me. I use DoorDash for everything. Did you know that you can order condoms on DoorDash? You can make another grown man purchase and deliver you condoms any hour of the night. The only problem is you have to spend a certain amount, and condoms doesn't always cut it. So my last order was a box of condoms and a gallon of milk. That was the entire order. And in the notes, I just put, "Hurry." So just leave it at the door. This one guy got back at me, though. He bought me female condoms. You ever seen these? Female condoms are like regular condoms that have been stretched out and elongated. And the idea is the woman takes it and kind of stuffs it up there like tissue paper into a gift bag. And then you put whatever gift you want in there. But to me, that seems backwards. Like, to me, a female condom seems like instead of putting your sock on your foot, putting your sock inside your shoe and then just jamming your foot in. Hoping for the best. It's like a female condom. Why bulletproof an entire room when you can just put a safety on the gun? I don't know. But I do wear condoms. That's something that's very important to me, especially this trend in our country of making abortion illegal. That's got me kind of worried. Like, I knew it was coming. I knew it was coming the first time I drove through the central part of the United States. I don't know if you guys have done this before, but there's more pro-life billboards in Kansas than there are people. which I suppose makes sense. They need as many lives as they can get out there. But there's one sign that really stuck with me. It's always stuck with me. It had a picture of a baby's face on it, and it said in big, bold words, "Abortion is forever." And I was like, yeah, I'd kind of hope so. I don't know how you'd go about reversing something like that. And also, really, abortion is forever? You want to go with the same slogan as diamonds? It made me want to put a pro-choice billboard across the highway that just said, "Abortion, a girl's best friend." I thought that would be good. That's a pretty safe joke to do in California. But listen, if you're watching this at home, if you're watching this pissed off in Kansas because you believe that life begins at conception, I understand that. It's not my belief, but I understand that some people believe that, and I can still respect you as a person. I just want you to know that's my belief that life doesn't begin until the fetus develops a sense of humor and learns to laugh at things that don't necessarily align with the fetus's worldview. Until then, you're just like a walking, talking, unwanted pregnancy. Those are my beliefs. All right, I've been Rocket Case. Enjoy the rest of your life. Thanks so much. Bye.
Oh, man. I like that. Ryan Goodcase. Killed it, in my opinion. Effing fantastic. I'm not going to jaw on too long about it. I hope you liked it. I appreciate you being here. Go check out Don't Tell Comedy. Go check out more of Ryan Goodcase. Seems like a dope-ass comedian. And as always, I love you for being here. And I will catch you on the next one.